You know what? They can say whatever they like. It's signed. It's done.
Of course, there's safer routes. There's safer routes for everyone. There's safer routes for Daniel. There's safer routes for Joe. Of course there is. But why not make the biggest fight possible?
So who has the most to lose?
Joe.
Joe losing has the most to lose.
He's 22 years old. He can rebuild after the fight. He won't think he can lose. I can see he thinks he's going to win. But I'm telling you, I know he thinks it. Yeah, that's fine. You don't, because you've never been in a serious fight in your life ever. Amateur or pro.
Fight, I've been through.
You haven't. No, you haven't.
Okay,
no, you haven't. Name one. Name one.
I can't name. I've been through so many.
You haven't. You haven't.
And you keep saying that he's not been through no serious fights. He has been. He hasn't. Serious fights. He's won the British title.
He won the British title against. No. He won the British title against Nathan. He won the British title against Nathan Gorman. Nathan Gorman 100% had terrible personal issues outside the ring for that fight. Terrible preparation. Why am I making excuses? I've got nothing to do with Nathan Gorman. I'm telling you, you've never been in a serious fight in your whole life. He's going to hit you back.
I don't care.
Latte hit you back, and we saw you doing a little dance.
It's boxing.
Oh, Sam Jones. Look. You got to love Sam Jones. We had Sam Jones. We had Frank Warren. We had Daniel Dubois. We had Joe Joyce. And this is what I'm talking about. This right here is what I'm talking about. Promoters promoting. Simple as that. Frank Warren was passionate about his fighter, Daniel Dubois, Triple D. You know, we had Sam Jones, of course, egging on Joe Joyce, the juggernaut, and they were saying what these fighters can do, what these fighters have done, where these fighters haven't been. And Sam Jones, in fact, was telling Daniel Dubois where he isn't and where he's never been in his life. And he said that you never fought a good fight or an important fight like this ever in your life. He's going to hit you back. And the funny thing about that is Triple D is so light-spoken. You know, he's like the stepson of Chris Eubank Jr. But Chris Eubank at least had a higher pitch. Do you know? But, you know, Daniel Dubois doesn't have that. So, you know, he relies totally on the raspiness of Fish Eyes, Frank Warren, to do his thing. And, you know, and he did a good job. You know, Frank, you know, fair play to him. He did a good job promoting on the behalf of Daniel Dubois. But Sam Jones is a totally different animal when it comes to promoting. I mean, Joe Joyce is no outspoken Ali himself. But the promoters were doing their jobs. I think at this point, if this was a debate in front of cameras, promoters, commentators, interviewers, journalists, Sam Jones would have won this, hands down. Let's see what else they have to offer.
That's what it is. You take it and you go. He did get clips, and that was another 100%. Tick in the box for me. He took the shot.
Yeah, but he was dishing the punch out.
He said outside, he's talking about. Joe, I can't remember which fight it was. Was it sort of about the body shot you mentioned?
Oh, yeah.
So it's Jennings, world-class fighter.
He's beat two guys who were world title contenders.
Who?
He's beaten. Yes. Who? They fought for world titles.
Who?
Kevin Johnson.
Yeah.
Who? And the funny thing about it is, if you have to pause, that means you're trying to think about, and this guy's calling you bluff. He's trying to ask you a question quickly. You need to answer that question. So again, another advantage to Sam Jones. A lot of people said this was boring, but I think the promoters made this what it was. You know, and it's crazy because I think after the end of the day, Daniel Dubois, I think he's quiet, but he gets internally mad, you know, and I think that's what led him to say, you know, I'm going to kick your cunt in. Listen, this was very, very entertaining. These guys went back and forth. I'll leave the link below. Let you guys check it out. I just wanted to share this with you. You know, the preliminary talks, the buildup of Daniel Dubois versus Joe Joyce. You guys tell me what you think about this particular fight. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.